Hey guys, James again with TFBTV. Just got back from SHOT Show 2018. It kicked ass as usual. I thought it was awesome. I always enjoy SHOT. There are better SHOT shows, there are worse SHOT shows. This one was pretty good. And I'm bringing you the top 5 guns of SHOT Show. Of course, in my personal opinion. I'm just gonna get you guys to shut this video off right now. I'm gonna be a little controversial. Number 5 is going to be the Arsenal RS1. Yes, it is a knife gun. I think it is freaking sick. And why is this controversial? Well, $2,500 for that thing, right? But I mean, it's a novelty. You know, the Arsenal's had this at a few shows since at least 2014. So it's not really like a new thing, but the big announcement is they're not making them anymore. They're done with them. This is the first show where I got to handle one, and you just feel like a badass having one of these. It's an ingenious design. It's pretty freaking cool. 22 caliber revolver buried inside of a big old pig sticker. And you've even got a little spike there to prevent you from putting your finger directly over the muzzle. It's a 6-shot 22 short. Now, it's rated for 22 short. I've heard that you can put 22 long in it and it's not gonna blow the thing up. Is this something that you guys are gonna be buying? Probably not. Probably not one of you. But it's something kind of cool, and I thought it would be a fun way to open up this list. All right, guys, moving on to number 4. So last year, one of our most popular videos, the belle of the ball, was the Hudson H9. Now, the Hudson H9 is that gun that's kind of a 1911, and it has that lowered recoil assembly in the dust cover to the fore end of the gun. So it looks almost like you got a laser module on there, or that it's just like a Star Trek space gun or something. Really neat looking gun. Neat concept from the people at Hudson, but I wasn't really all that thrilled with the Hudson H9 last year because that thing was a brick. All steel frame, all steel construction. So I thought it was neat. I was never gonna buy one. Plus they're like 12 or 1300 bucks or something, which that's not out of this world. But this year, number 4, the Hudson H9A. I got to speak with Cy Hudson, super nice dude, incredible dude. I've got his interview, you guys should go check it out. But we talked about the Hudson H9A. It's what I think the Hudson H9 should have been to begin with. It's got a more streamlined slide with a different design than the H9, and it's got an aluminum frame like the SIG 220. So they shaved a full 8 ounces or a half pound from the H9 to the H9A, but it still maintains all the same recoil mitigating characteristics, and it gives you everything. If you like the Hudson H9, it gives you everything in the H9A that you get out of the H9, but MSRP, they're looking at $999, $1,000 or so. We'll see when it actually hits market, but I'm really excited about it, and that's why it's number 4. Moving on to number 3, one of the most viewed videos for TFBTV this year at SHOT Show, and that is the IWI TS12 shotgun. People are calling it the Tavor shotgun. It's an auto-loading shotgun that uses 3 cylindrical revolving tubes. Autoloader, that's a big deal. You guys have seen a bunch in the past SHOT shows. You've seen a bunch of novel, super high capacity shotguns come out, but they've been all pump shotguns, and they haven't really been all that great. Now the TS12, on the other hand, you're talking about an autoloader. It's got a 15+1 capacity with standard 2 3/4 inch shells. You fire it until it goes dry. You fire each tube until it goes dry. You rotate the tube after you hit a little button to the forward of the trigger. You rotate the tube, boom. Next round from that tube automatically goes into the chamber, and you're good to keep shooting. Now, there have been guns like this in the past, but this is an IWI gun. This is the first time I've seen something like this from a big company, and it was just really, really awesome. Just a neat design. You might say it's impractical, and that's fair, but there are people out there that are going to say that there are a lot of practical applications for it. But at the end of the day, what you can't argue about is that it's pretty freaking cool, even if it does kind of look like the gun from Starship Troopers. Moving on to number 2. God, this year was the year of the roller delayed 9mm, aka the MP5. There were so many MP5 clones, 9mm roller delayed guns. Of course, Zenith was always there, and they're using the Turkish MKE or HK tooling to make their guns. You had that new D3 LLC that they made. That was another really popular video. An MP5 SD clone. So the silenced MP5. That's actually pretty neat, and people were really interested in that. You, of course, had H&K out there. H&K, they had their SP89s. They reintroduced those a few years ago. They've got those out there. And then Palmetto State Armory announced they're getting into the HK clone game. So there were a lot of HK clone announcements, but to me, the most exciting came from PTR. The guys at PTR were cool enough to bring me and a couple of the TFB guys to an exclusive event. We were the only journalists there. We got to see it a day before everybody else. We got to shoot it, and guys, it is freaking awesome. Many of you know what the PTR 91 is, right? That is PTR's clone of the HK 91, known for being fantastic in terms of quality control and construction and being faithful to the original design. Well, fortunately, the PTR PT9 maintains that legacy. I got to handle one, I got to break one down, I got to shoot it. I own an original HK MP5, and this is the closest clone that I've seen. It's got parts interchangeability, but it is also 100% made in the United States, which is pretty freaking neat. You can also drop in, if you guys have a sear, your HK sear, full auto guys, you can drop it right in there, works perfectly. So this was really impressive, and I think this is the first time that we're actually going to see a top quality HK faithful gun made in the United States. It's not gonna be cheap. It's gonna be street price, probably around 1,800 bucks. But really, at the end of the day, that's not that bad for a roller locker, especially one that's this high quality. These are all gonna come in pistol format, so you just have to get your stamp, of course, and you can pop a stock on there, you're good to go. I was really impressed. This was one of my favorite guns at the show, number 2. Now finally, number 1, and guys, I hate doing this. You guys know I'm a Glock guy. I carry a Glock 43. Some of you are gonna make some jokes in the comments about it, and that's fair, I'm fair game, but it just hurts me. It hurts me on the inside to say that the number 1 most impressive, best gun at SHOT Show 2018, SIG P365. Damn it! I was over there with Rich at SIG, who's the man, by the way. This is the first time I got hands-on. Now, by the time you see this video, I probably will have my copy, but this is the first time I really got hands-on with it. I was gonna come over and bust Rich. I was saying this all week before I saw the 365. If you make 10 rounds of 9mm any smaller, you got 10 rounds of 380. The point being, you can't make 10 rounds of 9mm smaller. So how small can you make the platform that goes around those 10 rounds? SIG made it almost as small as a single stack 9mm. This is almost indistinguishable from any other 6, 7, or 8 round single stack 9mm out there. Very diminutive in size, very lightweight. I think it's around 18 ounces, but it's got 10 plus 1 rounds of 9mm, the same as the Glock 26. So they said what they did is they engineered the magazine first. They said, how are we gonna get 10 rounds in the smallest possible magazine? Like a 1.5 stack magazine is basically what they did. Then they built the 365 around it, and damn if they didn't do a good job. It's got the serialized trigger pack like the 320, so frames are like 40 bucks each. It also has one of the best triggers I've ever felt in a concealed carry gun. 5.5 pounds.
5.5, 6.5.
Yeah, 5.5, 6.5 pounds. But then the reset, guys, you can listen. Audible and tactile reset, right there.
Slick.
Yeah, and that trigger this is one of the best triggers that I've felt on a subcompact 9mm like this. Very short and crisp, audible tactile reset. It feels really good whenever pulling the trigger smooth, but when you let off of it, it's almost like popping bubble wrap. It's a very satisfying click whenever you let that trigger reset. So I was really impressed. I can't wait to get my copy. I've got a holster coming. I got some SIG ammo coming with it. Oh, one more thing. I like the design a lot, but the forward slide serrations, that was really cool. You don't see that a lot on the smaller carry guns. We've got a real contender for what I'm gonna be carrying day to day to day. with a 365. When it gets here, guys, I'm gonna run the holy heck out of it, and I'll let you know if it's reliable, how it performs, but I'm expecting a lot out of this little pistol, which is why it's #1. Guys, thanks for sticking with me to watch the top 5. Thanks for watching all the SHOT Show videos. We got great traffic this year. A lot of people were asking, why wasn't this showing up in my subscription feed for those SHOT Show videos? Well, we pushed around 100 to 120 videos this year. Last year, we lost like 2,000 subs because we were sending notifications, having YouTube send notifications to all you guys every time we uploaded a video. So your phones were blowing up. From now on, standard practice, we're only gonna be pushing 4 or 5 videos a day, so that way it doesn't irritate you guys. But it's all in a playlist. Go back, check out the SHOT Show 2018 playlist. You'll see everything. There's tons of content on there that you may have missed if you didn't get the notification. I got to meet Chris from Proxibid. You know, I've dealt with Proxibid for a while. They've been a sponsor for a while, but I've never actually gotten to meet somebody. He's an awesome dude. Proxibid, great company. Check them out. Mike, Ventura Munitions. I get to see that guy in Vegas every year. He lives in Vegas. Total stud. I've got Ventura Munitions as a proud sponsor of TFBTV. Love those guys. Guys, thanks again for watching. See you next week and see you next year.